You're scrolling, drifting through the endless static of the algorithm, waiting for the signal to cut through the noise. Consider, if you will, that you just found the frequency. You've just stepped off the timeline of the everyday, into the space where the forgotten history and the hidden truths finally touch down. There's the story you know, and then there's the airspace we're about to enter. Check your coordinates, because you're heading towards the landing point. Welcome back, friends. Today's story, The Miracle of Vancouver. For decades, they said it was a physical impossibility. Doctors warned that the human heart might actually explode if it pushed to such limits. The 4-minute barrier wasn't just a record, it was a brick wall. Then came a skinny medical student from Oxford who finally broke the wall in 1954. His name was everywhere, but the story didn't end there. Because just weeks later, another man, an Australian named John Landy, went even faster. The stage was set for the 1954 British Empire Games in Vancouver. It was billed as the Mile of the Century. The only two men on Earth to ever run a sub-4-minute mile were finally going to meet head to head. As the race began, Landy, the Australian, took off like a shot. He wanted to break the spirit of the Englishman. By the third lap, he had a 15-yard lead. The crowd was silent. It looked like a blowout. But the Englishman, a man of cold calculation and scientific precision, didn't panic. He began to close the gap, inch by inch, foot by foot. As they hit the final turn, Landy could hear the breath behind him. It was a rhythmic, haunting sound. He was exhausted, his legs felt like lead, and he was gripped by a single nagging question. Where is he? Coming off the final bend, Landy did one thing a runner is never, ever supposed to do. He turned his head to the left to see his rival. And at that exact microsecond, the Englishman surged past him on the right. It was a finish that would be frozen in bronze, a statue that stands in Vancouver to this day as the very moment. The Englishman won the Miracle Mile, proving that in the heat of competition, it isn't just about how fast you run, it's about where you look. That calculating medical student who taught the world that the limit was only in your mind was Roger Bannister. And whether you realize it or not, this is The Landing Point. Viewers, thank you for watching today, The Landing Point. We really appreciate it. I'd like to take a moment to thank our sponsor, Roadrunner Real Estate. They are a full-service real estate company doing both commercial and residential real estate. They can help you buy, sell, or even lease your properties. So if you're in the market looking for a real estate company, please go out and give them a call. They'll happily help you today. The next thing I'd like to talk about is our social media. Obviously, we have YouTube if you're watching that today. If you haven't done so already, please go out and subscribe. It is completely free to you. There's nothing that you'll be charged or your membership fees, but it does help us out so we can get our latest episodes to you quickly, and you can find out what's going on with YouTube. Our other place that we do a lot of our social media is on our Facebook page, The Landing Point. So please go out and like and subscribe or follow those, I guess I would say, so you get the latest updates. If you're a person that likes to listen to stories as you're out on the drive, we have our podcast. You can find The Landing Point out there, and it can be on most services. So once again, thank you for watching The Landing Point, and we look forward to see you on our next story.